As expected, Donald Trump's big nasty bill passed the Senate and is now back on its way to the House of Representatives. Now, the vote in the Senate was deadlocked at 50-50 and was broken by Vice President JD Vance. So a couple of Republicans decided not to vote in favor of it. I mean, Rand Paul was one of them, but he had a problem with the bill not cutting the deficit enough. Okay, so there's that. And others, of course, stood against it. But at the end of the day, it didn't really matter. Okay, House Speaker Mike Johnson celebrated this on X, formerly Twitter, and said, quote, "The House will work quickly to pass the one big, beautiful bill that enacts President Trump's full America First agenda by the 4th of July. The American people gave us a clear mandate." Oh, did they? Did they really? Because I don't see that. I don't really see it. And after 4 years of Democrat failure, we intend to deliver without delay. So, Democrat failure, which is mainly driven by the Republicans pulling out every single dirty move that they could to block anything in Biden's agenda, as well as the Supreme Court that also helped to block things like student loan debt relief, which was, again, it was $20,000 at most of student debt relief, and even that was way too far for the conservatives on the Supreme Court, which managed to, of course, kill it. And then, of course, you had members of the Democrats blocking things like, I don't know, raising the minimum wage to a living wage, which, again, not even a living wage. $15 an hour is not enough to live on anymore. It should be $25 to $30 an hour minimum, because that's how much it costs, how much you need to actually live in this country now. But no, couldn't do any of that. But yes, of course, Democrat failure. Right. And the nonstop filibusters and dirty tricks from Republicans didn't have any effect on that. Right. Now, speaking of the Democrats, though, they didn't pull out any dirty tricks. Wasn't able to do a filibuster on this because of the fact that this is reconciliation. And so, they really didn't pull out any stops to fight and to stop this from happening. So there is that, and you can criticize that, criticize the Democrats for not being able to fight enough to stop this from happening. Now, that said, getting back to House Speaker Mike Johnson's statement here, he said, Republicans were elected to do exactly what this bill achieves. No, they weren't. He says, secure the border, make tax cuts permanent for the rich, unleash American energy dominance. Yeah, more like the continued dominance of the oil companies, restore peace through strength. That doesn't even make any sense. Cut wasteful spending. Really? Full of wasteful spending. And return to a government that puts Americans first. No, it puts rich people first. Again, none of that's actually true. That he said this bill is incredibly wasteful, gives money to the richest Americans, and funds the police state. Okay, this is a horrible bill. But he added, and I love this because I think you can cut some good ads on that. This bill is President Trump's agenda, and we are making it law. House Republicans are ready to finish the job and put the one big beautiful bill on President Trump's desk in time for Independence Day. We're going to finish the job. I mean, once again, they're saying it. We're going to finish the job on killing the American dream, okay, and destroying this country. But okay. I love the idea that, like, this is the MAGA bill, and this is a mandate. Is it though? Remember, when it comes to polling, right, on this bill, people were asked, hey, what do you think of the one big beautiful bill? Responses went from negative 19% approval rating to negative 29%. Okay, the people hate this bill. They hate it for many, many reasons, of course. For one, it completely decimates poor people, cutting $1.2 trillion from Medicaid and SNAP program, okay, to fund, or 1.2 or to 1.3 million, trillion from Medicaid. And of course, it helps to fund, but doesn't offset the massive tax cuts for the rich. Okay. And not only that, but it also increases taxes on the working poor. The package also imposes work requirements on able-bodied adults, including some parents and older Americans. So yeah, grandma and grandpa going back to work. It also tightens eligibility rules for safety net programs, alters federal reimbursements to the states, which raised alarm from senators from rural areas, but who still, for the most part, continue to vote for it. Look, this is going to devastate rural hospitals. In fact, Tom Tillis had warned that the bill could cause, quote, millions of people to lose access to Medicaid. Suzanne Collins also raised similar concerns and proposed increasing the rural hospital fund from $25 billion to $50 billion, funded by higher tax rates on those earning more than $25 million a year. And this is a Republican, by the way, who's like, ooh, yeah, no, let's tax rich people so that we can fund rural hospitals. We can do that, right? Well, what happened? They rejected her amendment. Because of course they did. Once again, Republicans are the party of helping rich people. Lisa Murkowski of Alaska had apparently spent more than an hour in tense discussions with Republican leadership seeking provisions to shield Alaskans from the SNAP reductions and to improve hospital reimbursements. Radio silence, she said, when asked how she planned to vote. Well, she voted for it. So, yeah, no wonder it's radio silence on that one. Look, this bill, again, this bill is an absolute disaster. It is garbage. Garbage. $4.5 trillion in tax cuts, most of which are going to help the extremely wealthy, and also provides $350 billion for border and national security. So expect more ICE raids, expect more detention centers to be built, more people dying in said detention centers, poor people dying from lack of health care. That's the reality of this bill. That's what it's gonna. That's what's gonna happen. Okay. Look, again, it's got to go through the House, and then once it gets through there, it's going to go back. It's going to go to Donald Trump. And now, of course, if they change it in the House, then they're going to have to send it back to the Senate. But again, very likely that we're going to end up with this thing being passed. So that's it. That's it. Look, this is what Republican governance looks like in action. Okay, don't listen to the things that they're saying. Look at the things that they're doing. Look at the stuff that they pass. Okay, if you hate this bill like most Americans do, and you hate what's in it, okay, and you voted for Donald Trump, guess what? This is what your vote enabled. This is what you voted for. That's it. This is the reality of what Republicans offer you. Remember, this party only exists to funnel money to the very wealthy. Now, that doesn't mean that Democrats are great either. You got Chuck Schumer, Hakeem Jeffries, Nancy Pelosi, who also work for the wealthy donors. Of course. Now, they will throw us a crumb now and then. But in reality, though, the real opposition to Trump and the GOP and their owner donors lies in people like Zoran Mamdani, AOC, Rashida Tlaib, Bernie Sanders, and other actual progressives. You know, people who are center left and further. Okay, that is who will fight hardest against not only this piece of crap legislation, but also the billionaire capture of the government that is leading us straight into fascism. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, subscribe, hit the bell icon in order to get notified whenever a new video is released. And if you want to support independent, progressive media through this difficult time where it seems like everybody is shutting down, you can become a member on our YouTube page, you can become a subscriber on Facebook, or you can go to my Patreon. It's patreon.com/Jeff Waldorf. Thank you.